so one thing I've resonated with is that in the past couple of years, I have had a major loss. And up until that point, I always felt like I wasn't alone and that I had support. And what is was that when that major loss hit, where I went to a very difficult place to where I was like just feeling depressed and having anxiety, and it wasn't until I was able to realize that I'm here all by myself, and that I got to figure this out, and there isn't anybody that's going to come and save me. It helped me to realize how much more powerful I can be. Whereas previously, if I would have had a failure where I have 225 on the bench and it falls on me, and then people are there, I would have really had a hard time probably going back to that and standing up, because I just would have felt very, very awkward. So I was wondering, in your case, if that was a feeling that you had where at that point you were just pretty much by yourself and you didn't really care what other people thought of you because you didn't really have any other option. It was like you'd been by yourself and it's like, I'm going to go do this. Or like there wasn't that I don't know what that aloneness feeling.
So I would say for me, it's a little different because I've always wanted to be one of those people that kind of fit in, and I've always wanted to be the badass,
Mm.
right? But I didn't quite know how to. I still don't know how to express that sometimes because I'm not always the winner. I'm usually the one on the losing end of the stick. But you know, when I was going through these time periods, through incarceration and dealing with people and working out and trying to find my way, I was v- I'm g- I was very fortunate that I always had supportive people.
Mm.
And you know, one of the things about the system that's unfortunate for a lot of people is that you don't get second chances, right? If you have a bad name in the system, it's going to haunt you through the rest of the system. If you get broken in the system, you're going to come out of the system broken as well. Um, I was fortunate that, you know, in my start, somebody for whatever reason went out on a limb and said, I'm gonna bring this guy along into the weight pile, and no matter what happens, we're gonna allow him to coexist, right?
Mm.
Now, when it comes to failure and success, it kind of felt like I always had to live up to this expectation of, bam bam, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna win. And that is like a constant sense of motivation for me, but I never really had family that pushed me. So it was always an internal locus of control. It was never external. It was never I failed because of, all these outside factors. It was because of me. I wasn't strong enough yet. I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't prepared enough. I didn't check all the right boxes.